Hey there, just wanted to show you the progress with the latest sow's ear. A fellow had asked me a day or two ago whether when I did the steeking, did the threads extend through the outer apron, and were they visible from the outside of the outer apron? Short answer, no, and I'll show you why. So I've done the pleats, I've shaped the inner apron, right? It's good to go. I've done the steeking, and the steeking starts right here with the first pleat, and then it carries on across. And with each of these pleats, we stitch about to here and underneath, and then we lay this next pleat down, back up, and then stitch to there. So right here, it's through every layer of cloth. But remember, I haven't done the outside apron yet. I haven't even started it yet, right? We've done the pleats in the inside apron, then we steek, then we cut, then we put in the canvas, then we do the outside apron. And there's a number of reasons for that, which I think I've mentioned. If not, I'll bring them up again. So here we are, doing everything one-handed. Now, this is the first pleat. This is where the apron seam will be. This yellow chalk represents the visible stitching, because remember where I showed you just a minute ago where I started stitching? Well, here it is from the other side. So if we looked very closely, I'm not sure how good the lens is, and the chalk is probably covering it, but we have visible stitches to there, just before the seam. And then with the extra layer of cloth, it's still penetrating that many layers of cloth. There's 3 or 4 layers of cloth, and it carries on all the way to the end, but none of that's visible from the outside. It's visible there, but it won't be visible in the finished kilt, because when I shape the apron, oh look, it's covered. So there we are. My next stage, of course, is putting in that canvas and carrying on. Oh yeah, right. Remember I'd had that repair, those few damaged spots. Well, 2 of those damaged spots, I stabilized them by, you can't see them now because they're inside. I stabilized them by using a sort of a blanket stitch, an overcast stitch, just to prevent them from, the holes from getting any bigger. And now they're protected by a layer of tartan cloth on either side. They're not going to get snagged on anything. They're not going to deteriorate. And this one visible one is not as an invisible a repair as I'd hoped. The cloth is a little bit looser weave than I'm used to working with, and therefore I didn't do as good a job, to be frank, but it is a good professional looking repair. And of course, when he's wearing the kilt, the outside apron is going to be covering this. It's not going to be visible at all. On the inside, we have a piece, my patch matches that part of the pattern. And you can see that, look, another yarn has come off. This is rather loose cloth, as I'd said. So I'd done an overcast stitch all the way around, and then I had done back stitching back and forth in similar fashion than one would have done with a machine, but with much less chance of harming the cloth. And also, if this repair ever had to be done over for any reason in the future, hand stitching is immeasurably easier to disassemble, again, without damaging the cloth, because these holes were the result of heavy machine sewing, which had damaged. So this patch on the inside won't be visible either. I'll show it to the client when he comes and gets his kilt, but this is going to be covered by a strip of canvas for the apron, and then the lining on top of that. So once again, it's going to be protected so that this doesn't abrade and become fuzzy around the edges. So there we go. I will carry on, and we'll see what happens to this kilt next. Bye.